Can alignment and corrective exercise fix your feet? Can it account for bunions? Or is it better just to get surgery? Hi guys, I'm Patrick Hogan and I teach at Inwood Movement, and I just finished teaching a foot health workshop recently, and I got a lot of those type of questions. You know, is it better just to get surgery and just be done with it? You know, because aren't bunions genetic? Well, here's the thing, bunions are not genetic. They're not even inevitable. In fact, all the tissues of your body are in the shape that they're in as a result over pressures we've been putting on them for many years. So it's kind of like this. You can think of your body like a river, and the movement of your body is like the water in a river. And as the river flows down its path, it might hit something like an obstacle, like a boulder. And as it hits that boulder, it's naturally going to try to find its path of least resistance. So it's going to go around that boulder, go around the boulder, and keep traveling down. Now, our feet do the same thing. So because of our shoes and the way we sit and how we are always on flat surfaces, we don't mobilize our feet very much. And plus, we probably have very tight calves. So this is one reason that when we start to travel forward and we're walking over our foot, there's a tendency that the foot's going to want to, and the tissues that are tight here are going to want to avoid that obstacle of tension. So what do? Is your feet start to turn out and go around that tension. So you don't actually have to go through your calf and your foot. And this is why you see a predominance of a lot of externally rotated feet or duck feet. And so the second principle of a river is this. The river is going to keep hitting that boulder for years and years and millennia, depending on how old this river is. And over time, it's going to start to literally change the shape of the boulder. And you've seen this in rivers where you have this smooth, carved out rocks. And no different with our body. So when you have a turnout of the foot and you're trying to walk straight forward, you start to roll over the tissues of the foot in a different way, and it's going to start to change the shape of the foot. And in this case, as you roll towards that inside of the foot, you might start to collapse your ankle, your arch. There's a downward, inward rotation going on there, and it pulls this big toe outward. It pulls it out towards the side here, laterally towards your pinky toe. And that's a major cause of the bunions, that sticking out of that joint. And so sure, you can get surgery and be done with it. But the problem is if you don't change the forces that are pushing on your feet, if you don't change your shoes and some of your habits and how you walk and create more stretched out tissues so that you can walk straight forward, you're going to end up back in that podiatrist office with another bunion maybe, or some other foot problem. So here's one thing that you can do, and a number of things you can do actually, is first, start to stretch your toes back out so they can really spread out and not be scrunched together. And one great way is to slide your fingers between your toes. Yeah, and this is a beautiful, really good feeling stretch. And you could just hang out and do this. This is great to do while you're watching TV or whatever it is, watching a sunset or YouTube videos. Move your toes around while you're there. You can move your fingers, try to spread your fingers out more to spread your toes even more, to try to create some real mobility between those toes and get them spread out. And that helps pull those big toes back to that medial line where they're pointing straight forward. There's not a lot of products, so you can't sit around with your fingers between your toes all day. So there are some products that you can use. One is called CorrectToes.com. The company is CorrectToes.com. Correct Toes is the product. Awesome, just little silicone toe spacers that you can buy. And also there's another product called MyHappyFeet.com, which are these awesome little socks that have toe spacers built in. And I love to wear those while I'm sleeping, and I love to wear the Correct Toes while actually in my shoes to keep that nice toe spread. And I'll add some links to that to the description below. So another thing that you have to do though is you have to change the position of your feet while you walk. So you have to start moving through the tension gently enough so you're not forcing or causing pain, but you want to start to adapt your feet to be pointing straight forward from the outer edges of your feet. You want to measure that to be like 2 parallel straight lines. It's going to feel really pigeon-toed at first, but that's what helps then get those toes back into the proper alignment as well. So now a third thing you can do is start to strengthen the big toe and its alignment by keeping all your other toes on the ground and just try to lift your big toe and then let it go down. And just lift the big toe straight up and lower back down. Now watch how this toe is actually traveling a little laterally to the side. And we don't really want that to happen. So one thing you can do is put a ball of some sort, like a golf ball, or it's just some hard fascial stretching ball right between the big joints of the big toes. And you can even hold your other toes down and then try to lift your big toes straight up and even towards each other and lower. And straight up and lower. And practice that for a while. So those are 3 interesting things you can play with to help start align the feet and recorrect bunions. And the thing is, you can fix your feet. It is in your power. It just takes time, it takes practice, changing of habits, and just know that as it took many years to get your foot to one position, it's going to take a little time to get back to the other position. Now, if you want to get more on this and more on foot health, you can definitely come to my classes. You can check out these videos. And also, I would check out Katie Bowman's books on foot health. She has 2 great books. One is Simple Steps to Foot Pain Relief, and the other one is called Whole Body Barefoot. And I'll put some links in the description below so you can find those as well. All right, good luck and have fun walking. Thanks.